Rob, it's quiet here now, but come Sunday this place is going to be rocking, and what a game. It's the first match since that memorable final back in May. I know we've moved on, but what a game you're all looking forward to, I'd imagine.
Yeah, we are. I think we've had a good start in terms of how we're playing and the intensity we're playing at. We're feeling a pretty good place, so it's nice to have a rematch against another top team coming down, so we get a real measure of where we're at.
Rob's talked about that you didn't go too far away from the game plan after Gloucester. You didn't worry too much, and we've seen the results of that in the last few weeks. The stats were living up to what you expected. Yeah,
I think it's getting that balance when you have stats that are there to support what your gut feeling is, really. And I think after that game we felt we were in a pretty good place. It's tough away from home on the opening day, and a little bit, still a little bit disappointing that we dropped the points there. But we've continued in the same vein in terms of how well we're training and what we're trying to get onto the pitch. It's just a matter of continuing that and forcing it onto the pitch this weekend.
You couldn't come into this game in better form. 2 5-point wins. That's all you can get in this level. You must be pleased with that.
Yeah, and I think but our collective stuff's going well, and our individual performances are going really well. There's a good bit of competition driving standards there at training, which is always nice. And one or two guys who are obviously having standout starts to the season too. So we're in a pretty good place. We know what we're doing. We've got a fairly settled group as well. A couple of the new boys starting to find their feet as well. So we're in a pretty good place, really.
Obviously, Wasps will come here with a bit of a revenge on their mind, I'd imagine, but also they're hurting after last week's loss at home to Quins.
Yeah, I think I don't know how much the revenge thing when it's in the league is such a motivating factor or not. I think whoever wins this game isn't guaranteed to go on and win it at the end of the year. It's a game, an important game in the Premiership season in its own right. They'll be disappointed after last week by their standards. They probably didn't quite hit the heights that they used to. So yeah, they'll be coming, and they'll have had this game in the back of their head probably for a few weeks as well as a real test. Maybe that's one of the reasons that they weren't quite on it last week. Who knows? But I think it'll be a good test for both of us, and regardless of the result, really, we'll get a good idea of where both teams are at.
In terms of the Chiefs' attack, looks razor sharp at the moment, but defensively, you're looking very strong as well. Just one try in the last 2 games.
Yeah, that's really good. Thanks for jinxing that one. No, but we are coming up against a side that is quite happy to have the ball, and who've shown a lot of pace, a lot of creativity. They've got some devastating attackers who can hurt you out of nothing. That's even without the sort of plays, and some of their line breaks are coming from really well choreographed, real well manufactured moves. So there's a lot of threats all over the pitch. So it'll be a real test for us. But yes, we're pretty comfortable defensively. We know what we're supposed to do. Sometimes sometimes you make mistakes like anybody, but on the whole we're pretty solid. We've got good defenders across the pitch.
As you said, the threats are there. They'll try and pump it through their forwards first and foremost. If that doesn't work, they've got the X factor behind, haven't they? That really comes to play.
Yeah, they have. They have got threats. They've been really focused on their tight play. Quite obviously, I think after last year, they've gone away and put some real emphasis. Dye's taking that scrum, trying to make it a real weapon. So that'll be something that we're going to have to go after. They're driving more. Again, something we're going to have to go after. They've scored some points off that. So their driving play is very, very good. And as I say, a lot of the sort of the glitter and the stardust kind of falls on their back line. We've got some bloody good players up front.
And obviously the home factor here is important. We've talked about it many times in the past, but it's key to any season to have good solid home form.
It is. I mean, as we've seen, it doesn't make or break your season, but I think apart from anything else, we just love playing here. It's always a good atmosphere. We love playing in front of our home support. It's a fantastic place to play. I think really, whether it's home or you're an away team, it's a fantastic place to come and play, really. Just because the atmosphere is what it is. But we'll be hoping to get out there and show how much it means to us to play in front of the support, and hopefully they'll get behind us.
And finally, the way the guys have reacted to the tag of being champions, it doesn't seem to have bothered them this year. You guys as a club have moved it on very quickly, haven't you? And you've got to reflect on a new season. Yeah,
we have. I mean, we did. I think perhaps again 1 or 2 lessons learned that you do. None of us had been there before the year before, and similarly now we have moved on. I mean, the reality is that whether we win it or not this year, we'll always be the champions of that season. So it can't be taken away from you. So there's not really any point worrying about it. Really, that's something that's always going to be there for us. What we've got to do is build the next championship team.